Be careful. A rich man is making secret payments to a person to take what's yours. Archangel Michael warns, you are unaware of the sinister plot unfolding behind closed doors. But heaven sees everything clearly, piercing through the shadows of wealth and influence. A man cloaked in power has begun moving in silence, orchestrating secret transactions that carry the weight of betrayal. This is not mere gossip or idle speculation. It is a calculated scheme designed to strip you of what rightfully belongs to you. Without your knowledge or consent, this man, whose identity remains hidden from you, conceals his true intentions beneath layers of luxury and deception. His wealth grants him a level of influence that compels others to obey his every command. Yet his heart is consumed by envy and an insatiable desire for what is rightfully yours. He foolishly believes his money can rewrite the course of destiny, failing to recognize the divine protection that stands guard over you. Every clandestine payment he makes, every envelope passed in secrecy, brings him one step closer to his nefarious goal. But understand this, his aim extends far beyond material possessions. He seeks to rob you of your very essence, your power, your standing, and the blessings bestowed upon you by divine hands. His determination knows no bounds as he plots to take it all while you remain oblivious to his silent machinations. However, Archangel Michael has sent this message to shatter the veil of ignorance, ensuring you are no longer blind to this treacherous scheme. The time for secrets to lurk in darkness has come to an end. What has been planned against you shall not succeed, for the light of truth is now breaking through the walls built by greed and deceit. You are being watched more closely than you realize. Hushed meetings have been arranged in shadowy corners, where your name is whispered as a target. The wealthy conspirator has instructed his messenger to operate with utmost discretion, ensuring you remain blissfully unaware until it's too late. Yet, heavenly forces have already intervened, staying one step ahead. The very moment the first secret payment was transferred, angels were dispatched to uncover every detail of this sinister plot. This divine intervention is why you are receiving this warning now. Unseen guardians refuse to let you walk blindly into a trap. The individual accepting these payments is far from innocent. They are fully aware of what they've agreed to do and the devastating consequences their actions will have on your life if they succeed. Their loyalty lies not with you or with justice, but with money and power. They believe they can carry out their mission undetected, but their every move has already been recorded in heaven's ledger. As you absorb these words, the very atmosphere around you is shifting. What was once hidden is now being brought into the light. The whispers behind closed doors are growing louder, and soon you will witness undeniable evidence of their plan to rob you of everything. Archangel Michael emphasizes, this battle over what belongs to you transcends mere wealth or material gain. It is an attempt to silence your destiny and strip you of opportunities aligned with your divine purpose. The wealthy orchestrator of this plot recognizes that you possess a blessing he cannot acquire through monetary means. Thus, he schemes to remove it from you entirely. But he has gravely underestimated the power of your spiritual covering. Even before his money began to move, before the first conspiratorial conversation took place, a shield of divine protection was placed over you, a barrier that no earthly wealth can penetrate. The hands reaching for your inheritance will soon tremble as they come to the stark realization that heaven itself is involved. The paid accomplice has been maneuvering close to you, attempting to gain your trust while secretly reporting back to their benefactor. They have meticulously observed your every move, your routines, your vulnerabilities, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But each time they attempt to advance, something divine obstructs their path. Pressure is mounting among the conspirators as they sense time slipping away. Payments have been made, promises exchanged, yet nothing is progressing as they had anticipated. Heaven is sowing confusion in their ranks, turning their own words against them and causing their greed to backfire spectacularly. Your silence has been your greatest shield. While they believed you were oblivious, your spirit has been acutely aware of the growing tension. Those moments of unease you've experienced were not mere coincidences, they were divine warnings. The wealthy man's vast fortune has led him to believe he is untouchable. He walks with arrogance, convinced that his money holds more power than truth, justice, or divine will. He operates under the delusion that every person can be bought, every obstacle cleared with gold. But he fails to grasp a fundamental truth. Divine power is not for sale. The unseen army that surrounds you cannot be bribed or swayed. They have drawn a line no enemy can cross, and soon this man will come to the crushing realization that he has been waging a losing battle from the very beginning. The individual being paid to betray you is now gripped by fear. They sense a greater force at work, something beyond their comprehension. Their nights are plagued by sleeplessness as the mission they accepted begins to turn against them. They can no longer discern whether their next move will bring wealth or utter destruction. Meanwhile, the wealthy puppet master grows increasingly impatient, demanding tangible results. He craves evidence that your blessings have been stolen, that your rightful place has been usurped. Yet, despite the constant flow of money, nothing shifts in his favor. He remains oblivious to the fact that every coin he sends is sealing his own downfall. Archangel Michael declares, "This is the hour of exposure." Documents, messages, and secrets they believed would never see the light of day are being unearthed. People they once trusted are growing hesitant, unwilling to take further steps against you. The power of truth is slowly but surely dismantling their network of deceit. Even those who stood silently by are now feeling the weight of conscience pressing upon them, fearing the approaching storm of consequences for their complicity in this betrayal. You will soon witness a dramatic turn of events. The elaborate plan to strip you of what is rightfully yours will crumble, leaving the wealthy conspirator vulnerable to the very trap he set for you. Heaven is not only thwarting the theft but preparing to elevate you higher than ever before. In full view of those who plotted against you, your name will be cleared of every shadow they attempted to cast upon it. This is not merely divine protection. It is divine justice being served. The accomplice will face a critical choice: confess and break free from the chains of corruption, or continue down this dark path and face complete ruin. Their fear of financial loss will soon be overshadowed by the terror of divine retribution. Even now, behind the scenes, some of the wealthy man's closest allies are beginning to question his actions. They cannot openly oppose him yet, but cracks are forming in his once solid foundation of influence. Archangel Michael urges, "Prepare yourself not for loss, but for vindication. What they meant to take from you will return multiplied." The tables are turning so swiftly that those who once mocked you will watch in awe as you rise from what they thought would destroy you. Your intuition is awakening, sharpening your senses to the subtle signs around you. You will begin to notice unusual tensions in conversations, sudden shifts in behavior, and inexplicable feelings of unease. These are not random occurrences. They are divine alerts guiding you safely through this storm. Do not confront your enemies in haste. Divine timing is orchestrating events perfectly. The exposure of their misdeeds will come not by your hand, but through the unraveling of their own schemes. Patience will position you to receive justice without lifting a finger. The wealthy orchestrator, despite all his riches, cannot buy his way out of spiritual law. He will be forced to witness the futility of plotting against a soul that is divinely guarded. His attempts to manipulate others will only dig a deeper pit for himself. Stand firm in your faith, for your destiny cannot be stolen or altered by mortal hands. This message serves as irrefutable evidence that heaven fights for you, even when you are unaware of the battle raging around you. Soon, you will witness a great reversal of fortune. The one who sought to take from you will be compelled to return what he never had the right to touch. And as this divine plan unfolds, your blessings will not only be restored but expanded beyond his reach for all time. This is your moment of divine awakening. Every attempt to manipulate your life is crumbling as heaven writes a new chapter in your story. No plot, no secret deal, no payment made in darkness can prevail against the shield of divine protection that surrounds you. You are stepping into a season where truth reigns supreme and fear will no longer hold sway over you. For now you know what was once hidden, and you stand empowered by the light of divine revelation. The same angels delivering this message are standing guard, ensuring every step you take is secured. The rich man will face his reckoning. His accomplice will face their choice. And you will rise above it all, untouchable, unbroken, and abundantly blessed in ways that even wealth cannot measure. Archangel Michael says, "Remain at peace, for justice is already in motion." The enemy's plans have been seen, disrupted, and turned into a testimony of your unshakable protection. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "Even as you read these words, forces are moving that you cannot see. The secret exchanges of money, the hidden messages passed in silence are all being intercepted. Every single plan made against you is now under the watchful eyes of divine judgment, and nothing can escape it." The rich man grows uneasy as his payments failed to produce the results he expected. He believed he could buy loyalty and betrayal with ease. But the accomplice's spirit is breaking under the pressure of heaven's presence. They can no longer carry out the mission with the same cold determination. They are trembling, knowing something far greater than human power is at work. Your protection is not weak or wavering. It is a blazing wall of fire that money cannot penetrate. Every coin the rich man sends is like a beacon signaling his downfall. His influence, once thought unstoppable, is unraveling thread by thread, even as he tries to tighten his grip. Soon you will see the exposure unfold before your eyes. Documents and evidence once hidden in dark corners will surface. The accomplice will speak and the truth will be undeniable. The power they thought they had over you will dissolve in an instant as the world sees the lengths they went to steal from you. Archangel Michael says, "You will not be silenced or taken from your rightful place." The plot to remove your blessings will collapse with a noise so loud that even those who doubted you will turn their eyes toward you in shock. Justice will not come quietly. It will be seen and felt by many. The wealthy man who tried to control destinies with money will face the reality that divine will cannot be bought. He will be left questioning his power, his influence, and even his identity. As everything he tried to build through deceit begins to crumble in the midst of this chaos, you will rise with grace. You will not need to fight or defend yourself, for heaven itself will speak on your behalf. The schemes meant to strip you will instead elevate you to new heights that no man can touch. Your faithfulness and silent endurance have not gone unnoticed. The tears you cried in secret, the weight you carried alone, each has been recorded and now forms the foundation of your divine restoration. The accomplice who took the money has been marked by divine justice. They cannot escape the consequence of choosing greed over truth. The whispers in their mind, the sleepless nights, the heaviness they feel, these are signs that heaven is pressing upon them to break their silence. The rich man is beginning to feel isolated. Allies who once stood firm are withdrawing, fearing exposure. Business partners are hesitant, sensing the storm brewing around him. His empire is starting to shake, not from outside competition, but from the unseen spiritual power confronting his every step. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be afraid when you see chaos around you. This shaking is not meant to harm you. It is meant to clear your path. Every obstacle built to stop you is being dismantled. Every attempt to remove you is creating room for your increase. There will be a day soon when the rich man will see you standing in the position he tried to take away. He will understand that destiny is not something to be stolen or purchased. It is divinely assigned, and yours cannot be undone. The accomplice's hands will soon release everything they were paid to hold against you. Letters, contracts, secret arrangements. They will come into your possession as proof of the betrayal that was planned. This revelation will not destroy you. It will strengthen you and restore your rightful honor. Those who tried to profit from your downfall will lose the very wealth they thought would bring them power. Heaven is already redistributing resources, turning financial plots into channels of unexpected blessing for you. You are not just being defended. You are being prepared for an elevation that goes beyond anything you've imagined. This battle is not simply for protection. It is to ensure you step into a future that no enemy can reach. Archangel Michael says, your story will inspire others. Many who faced silent enemies and secret betrayals will find courage in your victory. What is happening to you now is shaping you into a voice of truth that will echo far beyond this moment. Rich man's final attempt to stop you will be his greatest mistake. Believing he still has control, he will push harder, trying to seal his plot with one last desperate move. But it is in this moment that divine intervention will strike most powerfully. The accomplice will be unable to continue and will reveal the truth in fear of facing judgment. The money paid will be traced, the intentions exposed, and the man who believed he could manipulate destiny will be left without escape. This exposure will not only free you from danger, but open doors you never expected. Opportunities stolen from you will return doubled. Influence and authority once denied will be handed to you openly. Archangel Michael says, stand ready for restoration. What was meant to destroy you has been transformed into the very key that unlocks your next season. You are walking into a future secured by heaven's justice, untouchable by any earthly scheme. Archangel Michael says, heaven is not finished moving on your behalf. The silent payments made in dark corridors, the whispers exchanged in quiet rooms, all carry a scent that angels have tracked. No matter how carefully they planned, divine intervention has already pierced through their secrecy like a beam of unshakable light. The rich man who thought his wealth made him untouchable is beginning to sense a loss of control. Each bribe, each deal forged in deception feels heavier now, as though the very coins he sent are turning to chains around his own wrists. This is not an accident. This is the hand of divine justice balancing the scales. The accomplice who accepted the secret payment cannot escape the growing pressure. What once felt like an easy fortune now feels like a ticking weight threatening to crush them. Their heart races when they think of you, knowing their betrayal is tied to something far more powerful than they ever imagined. Archangel Michael says, do not be dismayed by the storm that seems to rise around you. Allies who once stood firm are withdrawing, fearing exposure. Business partners are hesitant, sensing the storm brewing around him. His empire is starting to shake, not from outside competition, but from the unseen spiritual power confronting his every step. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid when you see chaos around you. This shaking is not meant to harm you. It is meant to clear your path and prepare you for the blessings that are coming. The rich man's schemes are unraveling faster than he can mend them. Every attempt to cover his tracks only leads to more exposure. The accomplice, once confident in their secrecy, now feels the weight of divine scrutiny. They cannot sleep, cannot find peace, knowing that their actions have set in motion a chain of events beyond their control. Archangel Michael says, the truth cannot be buried forever. It will rise, and with it, your vindication. You may feel the tremors of this spiritual battle, but do not be shaken. Your foundation is not built on the shifting sands of human schemes, but on the solid rock of divine protection. The rich man's wealth, once his greatest weapon, is now becoming his greatest weakness. Every transaction leaves a trail, every secret deal a vulnerability that heaven's justice is exploiting. Archangel Michael says, watch as the tables turn. The very position they sought to take from you will become the platform for your elevation. The resources they tried to steal will flow back to you multiplied. Your patience and faith in these trying times are not in vain. They are the seeds of a harvest so abundant that it will leave no doubt about the power that stands behind you. The accomplice is reaching a breaking point. The pressure of carrying this secret is becoming unbearable. Soon, they will face a choice: continue in deception and face divine consequences, or step into the light of truth and find redemption. Archangel Michael says, pray for them, for their decision will not only affect your situation, but will determine the course of their own destiny. As this divine plan unfolds, remember that you are not merely a spectator. Your faith, your prayers, your unwavering stand in the face of adversity are all part of this heavenly strategy. The rich man thought he was orchestrating your downfall, but he was unknowingly setting the stage for your greatest triumph. Archangel Michael says, stay alert, for the final act of this divine drama is about to unfold. The exposure will be swift, the justice undeniable. You will see with your own eyes how heaven moves to vindicate those who trust in its protection. The rich man's empire of deceit will crumble, not by human hands, but by the irresistible force of divine truth. In the end, this battle was never about wealth or position. It was about establishing a testimony that will echo through generations. Your story will become a beacon of hope for others facing similar trials. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare your heart for the blessings that are coming. They will not just restore what was taken, but will catapult you into a new level of influence and purpose." The rich man and his accomplice thought they were writing your story's end. Instead, they were merely setting the stage for its most glorious chapter. Archangel Michael says, "Stand firm, for you are on the brink of a breakthrough that will leave no doubt about the power of heaven's protection in your life. Be careful, for a rich man is making secret payments to take what is rightfully yours. But fear not, for this scheme is destined to fail. Every obstacle built to stop you is being dismantled. Every attempt to remove you is creating room for your increase. There will come a day, and soon, when the rich man will see you standing in the position he tried so desperately to take away. He will come to understand that destiny is not something to be stolen or purchased. It is divinely assigned, and yours cannot be undone by mortal hands. The accomplice's grip will soon loosen, releasing everything they were paid to hold against you. Letters, contracts, and secret arrangements will fall into your possession, revealing the depth of the betrayal that was planned. But take heart, for this revelation will not destroy you. Instead, it will strengthen your resolve and restore your rightful honor. Those who sought to profit from your downfall will watch as their ill-gotten gains slip through their fingers. The very wealth they thought would bring them power will become their undoing. Heaven is already at work, redistributing resources and turning financial plots into channels of unexpected blessing for you. You are not merely being defended. You are being prepared for an elevation that goes beyond anything you've dared to imagine. This battle is not simply for your protection. It is to ensure you step into a future that no enemy can reach or taint. Archangel Michael speaks, saying, "Your story will inspire others. Many who have faced silent enemies and endured secret betrayals will find courage in your victory. What is happening to you now is shaping you into a voice of truth that will echo far beyond this moment." The rich man's final attempt to stop you will prove to be his greatest mistake. Believing he still holds the reins of control, he will push harder, trying to seal his plot with one last desperate move. But it is in this very moment that divine intervention will strike most powerfully. The accomplice, overwhelmed by fear and the weight of their actions, will be unable to continue. They will reveal the truth, fearing the judgment that awaits them. The money trail will be exposed, every transaction traced back to its source. The intentions behind this scheme will be laid bare for all to see, and the man who believed he could manipulate destiny will find himself without escape. This exposure will not only free you from danger but will open doors you never expected to walk through. Opportunities once stolen from you will return, doubled in their potential. Influence and authority that were once denied to you will now be handed over openly, for all to witness. Archangel Michael's voice rings clear. Stand ready for restoration. What was meant to destroy you has been transformed into the very key that unlocks your next season. You are walking into a future secured by heaven's justice, untouchable by any earthly scheme. But heaven is not finished moving on your behalf. The silent payments made in dark corridors, the whispers exchanged in quiet rooms, all carry a scent that angels have tracked with unerring precision. No matter how carefully they planned, divine intervention has already pierced through their secrecy like a beam of unshakable light. The rich man who thought his wealth made him untouchable is beginning to sense a loss of control. Each bribe, each deal forged in deception feels heavier now, as though the very coins he sent are turning to chains around his own wrists. This is not an accident or coincidence. This is the hand of divine justice balancing the scales. The accomplice who accepted this secret payment cannot escape the growing pressure. What once felt like an easy fortune now feels like a ticking weight threatening to crush them. Their heart races when they think of you, knowing their betrayal is tied to something far more powerful than they ever imagined. Archangel Michael's words offer comfort. Do not be dismayed by the storm that seems to rise around you. It is not a storm meant to destroy you. It is a storm meant to sweep away the liars, expose the manipulators, and deliver your blessing untouched. Heaven is making sure you do not lose what belongs to you. You may have felt the tension in the air recently, moments where everything seemed unusually heavy. That was not coincidence. It was your spirit detecting the silent conflict that was hidden from your physical eyes. Even while you rested, angels were standing guard over your name, your possessions, your destiny. Each time the accomplice moved closer to striking, an invisible force stopped them in their tracks. They were left confused, unable to understand why their own steps failed. The rich man's influence is crumbling like sandcastles washed away by relentless waves. The very people he trusted with his plan are turning hesitant, doubt creeping into their minds. Secrets he thought were secure are slipping into the open, like water through cupped hands. The fortress he built with wealth is now cracking from within, its foundations weakened by the weight of deception. Archangel Michael assures you that you are being lifted from this scheme unharmed. The darkness that tried to take your blessing will not only fail but will serve as irrefutable proof of your divine protection when the truth comes to light. The accomplice, once eager to deliver what was paid for, now trembles under an unseen conviction. They know that every movement is being watched by a power they cannot see but deeply feel. Whispers of guilt echo in their mind, growing louder with each passing day, impossible to silence. The rich man, in his fury, is throwing more money into his plan, thinking it will accelerate his success. Yet, the more he spends, the deeper he digs himself into a pit that was never meant for you. This is how divine reversal works. What was dug to trap you becomes the downfall of the one who schemed. Unbeknownst to them, allies of truth are rising in places they least expect. A loyal voice, someone close to their circle, has begun questioning the morality of this plan. Their hesitation is planting seeds of exposure that will soon erupt in undeniable revelation. Archangel Michael's voice resonates with assurance. Do not let fear overtake you. The path ahead is safe, guarded, and divinely guided. No earthly wealth, no silent payment, no hidden betrayal can alter what heaven has secured for you. The accomplice will soon face a crossroads. They can continue down this shadowed path, or they can come forward, confessing the entire plot. Their heart already leans toward confession, pushed by the divine presence that will not release them until truth is spoken. This confession will be your shield and your victory. As this divine drama unfolds, remember that you are not just a spectator, but a central figure in a story of heavenly justice. The rich man's schemes, the accomplice's betrayal, All of it is being woven into a tapestry of triumph that will showcase the power of divine protection. Your patience in this season is not in vain. Every moment you've endured, every sleepless night, every tear shed in secret, has been noted by heaven. Your resilience in the face of unseen battles has not gone unnoticed. It is this very strength that is being forged into a testimony that will inspire generations. The rich man, in his arrogance, believed that wealth could buy destiny. But he is learning a costly lesson. True destiny is guarded by forces beyond human comprehension. His money, once a source of pride, is becoming a burden that weighs him down, preventing his escape from the consequences of his actions. As for the accomplice, their role in this divine play is nearing its final act. The pressure of carrying such a weighty secret is becoming unbearable. Soon, they will realize that the only path to peace is through confession and restitution. Their revelation will not only set you free but will also serve as a warning to others who might consider similar schemes. In the midst of this unfolding drama, you are being prepared for a level of influence you've never known. The trials you've faced in secret are qualifying you for a public platform. Your story of overcoming will become a beacon of hope for many who face similar battles. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this season of testing is coming to an end. The rich man's final desperate attempts will be like arrows falling short of their mark. The accomplice's confession will be the key that unlocks a new chapter in your life, filled with opportunities and blessings that were always meant for you. As this chapter closes, a new one begins. One where your integrity shines brightly, where your faith stands as a testament to divine faithfulness. The rich man's scheme, intended to be your downfall, will instead become the very thing that elevates you to new heights. Remember, in the grand tapestry of destiny, what was meant for evil against you is being transformed into your greatest good. Stand firm, for your vindication is at hand, and a future brighter than you've ever imagined awaits you on the other side of this trial. Be wary, for a shadow looms over your path. A wealthy man, driven by greed and malice, has set in motion a plot to steal what rightfully belongs to you. But fear not, for divine forces are already at work, unraveling this web of deceit before it can touch you. The rich man's secret payments to his accomplice will not remain hidden for long. Soon, the names, amounts, and sinister intentions behind this betrayal will be brought to light. The carefully crafted scheme will crumble before it can even reach you, leaving the wealthy conspirator exposed and humiliated. This man of influence will lose far more than mere money. His reputation, carefully built on false pretenses, will shatter. The power he thought he wielded over destiny will slip through his fingers like sand. He will learn, too late, that to fight against the divine order is a battle no mortal can hope to win. Archangel Michael speaks, his voice a comforting whisper in your ear. Your silence, your patience, your unwavering trust are not in vain. In every moment you felt alone and vulnerable, unseen hands were moving pieces in your favor. Justice is not a distant promise, it is already unfolding before your eyes. The accomplice, once confident in their secrecy, now finds themselves plagued by an inexplicable unease. Those closest to them are noticing subtle changes, a newfound restlessness, an anxiety that cannot be shaken. The weight of their dark secret is becoming too heavy to bear, seeping into their words and actions despite their best efforts to maintain composure. What was once a tightly sealed operation is now springing leaks from within. The wealthy mastermind, accustomed to controlling every aspect of his schemes, finds himself powerless to stop the chain of events now set in motion. Even his most trusted associates are beginning to distance themselves, unwilling to be caught in the approaching storm of divine retribution. The rich man's resources are dwindling rapidly. He is running out of people to bribe, time to manipulate, and power to exert control. His empire of lies is crumbling, and he stands alone, facing the consequences of his actions. You, however, are stepping into an unexpected shield of grace. Opportunities that were meant to be stolen from you are finding their way back, often through mysterious and unexpected channels. Relationships that had been quietly sabotaged by the wealthy man's influence are being repaired without explanation. Every dark plot hatched against you is transforming into an avenue of blessing. Archangel Michael's voice resonates with certainty. Soon, you will witness a dramatic unveiling. The accomplice will falter, their resolve crumbling under the weight of their conscience. Evidence will surface, piece by piece, until the rich man's empire of deceit collapses like a house of cards. What he meant to take from you will become the very foundation of your rise to greater heights. The breaking point draws near. The wealthy man who plotted against you is beginning to feel the walls closing in around him. Each payment he made in secret now feels like a trap of his own making, binding him to consequences he never foresaw. Heaven has tightened its grip, and no amount of earthly power or influence can loosen it. The accomplice's mind is unraveling, frayed by the constant strain of deception. The weight of guilt and fear is eating away at their strength, leaving them vulnerable and prone to mistakes. They have begun seeing visions in their dreams, not mere figments of imagination, but divine warnings urging them to abandon this ill-fated plan before it's too late. Every step taken against you has been intercepted by unseen forces. Papers they tried to hide are being misplaced at crucial moments. Conversations they attempted to conceal are being overheard by the wrong people. The network they built to harm you is turning into a tangled mess that even they can no longer navigate or control. Archangel Michael's presence grows stronger, his words filled with reassurance. Your protection has been reinforced. The divine shield around you grows brighter with each passing day. Even if they dare to move against you again, their efforts will fall flat, powerless against the heavenly forces guarding what rightfully belongs to you. The rich man's arrogance blinds him to the true nature of what's happening. He clings to the belief that his wealth is an impenetrable fortress, that money can silence the voice of truth indefinitely. But in the depths of his heart, an unease is growing. Shadows of doubt creep into his mind as he notices plans failing without apparent reason, his carefully laid traps springing empty. The accomplice has started to keep their distance, sensing that exposure is imminent. Once loyal to the siren song of the rich man's gold, they now hesitate to answer calls or attend secret meetings. The fear of divine judgment has replaced their desire for quick wealth, leaving them paralyzed and indecisive. Your blessings remain untouched, untarnished by their efforts to sabotage your life. Each attempt to harm you has only served to strengthen your spiritual fortress, reinforcing the divine protection surrounding you. The very forces they hired to take from you are being turned back, unable to touch even a single thread of your destined path. Archangel Michael's voice rings with conviction. What they meant for harm will become your ultimate triumph. Heaven has written an ending to this story that they cannot rewrite, no matter how hard they try. Every secret payment, every whispered plan, every hidden betrayal will soon collapse in full view of the world. Whispers of truth are spreading among those closest to the scheme. Employees, partners, and even friends of the rich man have begun questioning his motives, sensing that something dark and unjust is unfolding. They fear being dragged down with him when it all inevitably comes to light. The accomplice's conscience is breaking down faster than anyone expected. They are seriously considering turning against the wealthy man, revealing every transaction, every command, and every hidden motive behind this plot. This betrayal against you is now unraveling from the inside, collapsing before your eyes without you having to lift a finger in your own defense. Divine messengers work tirelessly behind the scenes, shifting circumstances, delaying malicious actions, and confusing those who plotted against you. What should have been a swift theft of your blessings has become a long, drawn-out failure that exposes itself with each passing day. Archangel Michael's words carry the weight of absolute truth. You were never truly vulnerable. Even in moments when you felt weak or overwhelmed, heaven was already winning this battle on your behalf. You stand on ground that cannot be stolen, surrounded by protection that no earthly wealth can match or overcome. The rich man's face will soon be seen in a different light by the world. Once admired for his power and influence, he will become known for corruption and deception. The hidden deals and secret payments will surface one by one, damaging not only his reputation but dismantling the empire he built on lies and greed. The accomplice will struggle in vain to escape judgment. Fear will push them to confess publicly, revealing the full extent of the rich man's involvement. They will desperately try to explain their actions, but the truth will be undeniable, and justice will speak louder than any excuses they can muster. As this exposure unfolds, doors you thought were forever closed will open effortlessly before you. Opportunities stolen from you will return, accompanied by even greater blessings than you could have imagined. What they attempted to remove from your life will become the very reason for your unexpected rise to new heights of success and fulfillment. Archangel Michael's final message resonates with power and promise. Prepare your spirit to witness a victory beyond your wildest dreams. The power of truth is unstoppable, and it marches inexorably toward the light. The rich man's wealth will not save him from divine judgment, and no accomplice can shield themselves from the piercing light of justice now shining upon this plot. Your vindication is at hand, and with it comes a blessing that will transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Stand firm in your faith, for the dawn of your triumph is breaking on the horizon.